So if you'll excuse me, I've got a bunch of stuff together. This was a sort of spur of the moment thing. I've been thinking about doing this for a while. Sorry, I'm tired. So this right here is going to be me making what's essentially a more or less EMP-proof self-heating greenhouse / distillery. I am going to just wing it because it's an idea I have. Most of the stuff you can get around is trash, so even homeless people could make this. Okay, let me put live chat on. There we go. Now I can see everyone. Hopefully, I'm really tired. Hopefully, I can do this one video, and I'll do it tomorrow too. So for one thing, you're gonna need a jug. The bigger you can get, the better. But you need something with a cap. That's the main thing. Let's get this little crushed. I'm gonna blow it open. Okay. Also, you're gonna have some water aside in a bowl, perhaps, right? And you want to use a little bit of salt, not much. You only want to use a little bit. More salt will make it more effective. But because you're putting it inside something, the salt will leak into the environment, and then you got salt in plants that usually shouldn't have salt. So yeah, it's a little salt pack. You can get those at restaurants. Go ahead and put that in the water, right? And then you're gonna need a bunch of little paper towel pieces. Hi there, thing here. The Trout. And then you're going to need to go ahead and get a bunch of little pieces of paper. They say cardboard, but cardboard nowadays has a wax coating on it that doesn't seem to work too well. But you want a lot of these little pieces of paper. Paper towels will work. Napkins will work too. If you go to a restaurant, you get the napkins or paper towels. Those will work. So you need a bunch of those. Tear them up in little pieces. Basically not that big. You can get them to a little bit bigger. Basically, you want something you can wad up and fit between pennies as a spacer. So you get a bunch of those. Also going to be using aluminum foil here. And you'll see how I'm using it later. But this aluminum foil, right, can be sorry, just really tired. You can actually find in potato chip bags. That work too. So while that paper towel is soaking, I'm definitely gonna need a lot more. Time goes on, right? As I said, I'm kind of winging it right now. I'm gonna have to definitely make a whole lot more. And you basically, a lot of these you'd find really in the city all over the place because there's trash. That's something that you can get from people because it's like, hey, can I have a gallon jug of water? No, I don't want just a gallon jug of water. That would be much more likely you can get it from people, gallon jug of water. And then you got coffee grounds here for the growing medium. Yeah, distillation works a lot better, Oh, this is just a bunch of trash, mostly trash. But it's clean, It's not really dirty stuff you can find around. But at the same time, it's stuff that's easily accessible in the city. It's not that efficient, of course. But it's, kind of like if you're in a grid down situation, you do what you can. So right here, I'm going to open up this roll of pennies. What you want is the zinc core pennies, the newer ones. I'm going to be going through here. I'm probably going to be using about 50 cents worth to make it more powerful. You'll see me going back and forth between stuff as I grab things I didn't think I needed before. So if you'll excuse me, I'm going to be using an app to actually look to see if any of these are valuable or destroy them, right? Let me get down there. So what I've got this on right here is a cinder block, right? Because it's really easy for me to get a cinder block. I have a bunch of them in the house or apartment. So I've got a cinder block here I'm going to be using. You can easily use concrete or anything like that, cement, concrete. Now, what I'm doing right now is because it's considered a science project, so it's legal. If you want to mass produce it on your own without selling it and then generating revenue and whatnot, then it's kind of illegal. And I don't know what the legal law is concerning mass producing it and doing it for profit and all that. So what I'm going to be doing is taking pictures on this app. See if anything pops up. Got a little flashlight here because I don't have lights above me anymore. So they need to be replaced. So what I'm going to be doing right now is checking these, right? See if any of these match up. Really? This is a penny from 2022, and you know what this app is bringing up? Right? You know this app is bringing up for a picture of a 2022 penny? A penny from 1987. Huh? Yeah. I was like, what the? Yeah, that won't work. I'm going to try an internet search for any 2022 errors and stuff like that, because that's something you want to look for. Hey, Dave. So tired. Guys, I don't know how much of this stream I can do. Just so tired as of late. Yeah, and so I got this list here. So if they don't have a mint mark, they're from Philadelphia. So you want to look for an S marked mint because that's important. So good versus uncirculated, of course. That's a D penny. S value. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really tired. I stay with you as long as I can, but so right here, look for a double die. Definitely not a double die there. Not there either. Not collecting them, just kind of like multi-purposing them and whatnot. These are not off-center. Not off-center at all. Mm. 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 So right now I'm looking for a BIE. Definitely not the case. Not really anything interesting here. Oh well, I don't really see anything interesting. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just basically looking at these, see if I see anything interesting like die cracks and whatnot. Scratches, a lot of dots on here, bumps and whatnot. Anything interesting? There are a lot of weird bumps on it, but they're more dense. Yeah, they're clearly dense. They're not die cracks. Really just scratches everywhere. So this is just a regular penny. So what you're gonna do with this is just scrape it. Just scrape it. So basically I'm just gonna wear it on the copper. Right? I need to do this earlier in the day, guys. You know, how about Saturday my time, I'll just do the whole project. I'll just do a brief introduction to what I'm doing now. I mean, I'm older. So I'm going to do an overview today. I guess I'm going to be doing lives and stages. I might do a series and whatnot. But you go buy a plant you can find plants in the wild that are how should I put it? Edible, whatnot. You can transplant them, right? These right here said these are purslane. That's something you can find around here. Be careful what you get though. Purslane in particular needs sunlight, it says here, so I'm not gonna be able to cover them. But anyway, I'm gonna just give you steps, I guess, a little bit every day. Right now I'm just scraping off the side of a penny. So I'm basically making a whole bunch of cells. They're fuel cell batteries. Try to get as clean as possible. Yeah. They say use I'm gonna try it on a different surface, a little bit quieter. They say use a what do you call it? Sandpaper, right? I mean, a lot of the surfaces will work, and this works too. Basically, you just want to expose the zinc completely. And so you can verify with me if you can, if it's true. But when you look at this, it's more of a chemical reaction, and you want a rough surface when it comes to fuel cells, probably because it exposes. It lasts not as long, but for something as weak as this, with as weak of an electrolyte as I'm using right now, right? You want to use something with rough edges on it because all the little gaps in there allow more chemical reaction, so it's more of a surface reaction. It allows more surface for a faster reaction. But at the same time, because it's a faster reaction, it erodes faster. So, but you're not dealing with the acid in car batteries, you know. So we're basically going to be making a whole bunch of little cells, little batteries. Takes a while, doesn't it, guys? This is mostly experimenting myself, see how many pennies I need. Each cell. Now we're not dealing with much sort of voltage or amperage, right? So it's not gonna produce a lot of heat. It's just more of a boost. You know, the more of these you put in there, the more heating you get, right? Alpha Bravo Charlie Delta. We're not allowed to swear words. I'm like Alpha Bravo Charlie Delta. You know, Kevin A B C D. Yeah, that's why I shouted, and it was called the phonetic alphabet. What they use in the military, right? Alpha Bravo Charlie Delta. I say that at work when something drops. It's really, it'd be really funny if a military individual was in there as a customer, right? And I just drop something, I shout out Alpha Bravo Charlie Delta. And then being in the military, they see me drop something, they hear me shout A B C D. It's pretty funny thing. But yeah, you're just basically grinding it. So I'm going to be doing a lot of experimentation and whatnot, see what cells, what you really need to produce heat. Because if you're not careful enough, you can do stuff that will start fires. Now, since you're going to be submerging it in something wet, it makes it less likely there's going to be a fire. And because you're using something small, it's very unlikely, right? But yeah, going ahead and cleaning all this up. Oh, by the way, you know how in the military they say Roger a lot? Do you know why they say Roger? Anyone here know why they say Roger in the military? Okay, so basically it has to do with the communication history with airplanes, as well as communication history with airplanes, as well as the military in World War II, I guess. Because I don't think there was an Air Force in World War I, was there? Was there an Air Force in World War I? I think it's, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was World War II. So basically, you know, airplanes, when they are first around, what they'd have to use at airports, right, to signal, were signs. Big signs and flags and whatnot. You know, all that. That's how you would signal planes. They would, you know what to do. Then came the telegraph, right? And they would have to communicate by telegraph. And if you're really scared, you go, you know, because you're basically using Morse code to type out everything letter by letter, you know? So eventually they just, in order for someone to say they got the message and they understood what was said, right? Because the message would have come in clear, understood all that, they would say received. They would just shorten what they were going to say into received. Okay. And then eventually received turned into R. They would just do R as an abbreviation for receive the information, understand, And then came the Air Force in World War II, right? And you got all these different military individuals trying to communicate left and right, and no one speaks, the same language. All these different countries that speak different languages trying to communicate, right? So what they ended up doing is using the R again, and nowadays the phonetic alphabet uses Romeo for R. Romeo. But back then it was Roger. So when they would say Roger, they were just saying R for received. Basically, it meant I got the instructions and I understand the instructions. So it's basically, I clearly understood what you said for the instructions, clearly understood the information. So it's Roger, because that's how they just said R. So I just stuck as Roger. Just meant received, understood the communication, understood the instructions. That just means understood. And then you get Wilco, right? Roger Wilco. Wilco is just short for will comply, meaning Roger. So Roger Wilco means I got the message, I understand the message, I'm going to comply with the directions or orders. That's what I basically meant. Yeah, this is something if you can do ahead of time, definitely best. There are different surfaces on these, so you can make it much quicker or slower depending on where you go, and you also have to get good leverage, right? Like you can get these cinder blocks all over the place, and you're talking about concrete versus a very thin piece of copper. Because the newer and newer they get, the thinner and thinner the copper plating is, right? Now, if you want to do something that's a bit stronger, it won't really make any difference. You can do the head side because the tail side is flatter. So you can do the head side, and that makes it a little bit easier to work with. Yeah, it's taking forever. I want to keep track of time. Probably gonna stop in a few minutes. I could kinda, but it's too dark. Let me see if I can do it for a little while. Don't really have anything to do much with, but I guess I can do that. That's the best I can do. I think it's all blurry and all that, right? So probably throughout the night, I'm going to be doing this in a way that sets it up for tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to try and get up early and show you what the kind of the finished product looks like, right? Definitely, I can feel the heat. I can get warm here. So I'm going to keep working on this. And then tomorrow morning, I guess I'll show you, do another live for at least a few minutes showing you what I'm doing. When things are all prepared and whatnot. Anyway, I'm going to let you go now. I'm going to be doing another live in the morning probably that just shows that stuff. All right. See ya.